Let's now welcome in the management at Blue Star. We have Mr. B. Thiagarajan, Executive Director and President, AC&R Products Business at Blue Star, who's joining us from Mumbai. Mr. Thiagarajan, thank you so much for speaking with us at NDTV Profit. Now it's nearly 2 months post the demonetization announcement. What is happening to your consumer durables business? Have you seen a hit when it comes to demand for ACs and refrigerators?
Thank you. Good afternoon to you and your audience. We did see some kind of secondary sales impact in the month of November. It seems to continue even now, but at a much lesser scale. I do not think that this is going to continue forever, and I had always stated that by February, March the life should be back to normal, and I think it will get back to normal. Now it depends on how the summer season is going to be and what the GST rollout plan is. In other words, demonetization had some minor impact, that's about all as far as the air conditioner industry is concerned, because it is a lean season in any case, and it was expected that there will be some kind of a secondary movement problem. But both the trade, that means the channels, as well as the players are feeling that all this will be over by January and February. We are now focusing on summer preparation.
Mr. Thiagarajan, can you detail for us which geographies that you face pressure from, or which segments? Did you see a decline in inquiries or demand from rural areas or from urban areas, and you're expecting all segments to return to normal by, say, February, March?
So first of all, I am talking about B2C business, and there is a B2B business. Okay. Now let us first talk about air conditioners per se, which is a consumer durable. It is in B2C space. The impact was much larger in tier 3, 4, 5 towns. As you are aware, close to some 57% of the sales come from tier 3, 4, 5 towns for us. And here the dealers do not accept accept check, because they feel the check has to get realized, then only they can deliver the item. So cash was a convenient way of dealing with the commerce, but therefore you can imagine tier 3, 4, 5 for people to mobilize 35,000, 40,000 rupees is difficult. Second is they do not have credit card limits of that nature, and in any case electronic banking or mobile wallet had not picked up at that point of a time. But the good news is there is consumer finance sales which had been going up steadily, that we saw in first quarter close to 27% of our sales happening through consumer finance, that is the 0% interest scheme. That is intact. In fact, that is growing further, because consumer finance does not require any kind of cash to initiate the purchase. In tier 1, 2, this impact was much lesser during November. The real indication will be December 31st, January 1st, January 2nd, 3rd. There are sales that are happening in many outlets on the occasion of the New Year, and then the last part of the festival season, which is Shankranti or Pongal, it will give us some indication of how much the problem has eased. I would put it this way to you, that as far as consumer durables are concerned, the impact to the market as well as Blue Star will be anywhere between 2.5% to 5% growth will be the impact. We would have grown by 30%, that was our goal by year end. I think it will drop to 25 to 27.5 this financial year. Now come to B2B space, where the real estate sector, it is going to take a longer time to recover than the consumer durables. And as such the market was not doing well, and the commercial construction, people occupying spaces, this is going to be impacted in a much bigger way. But somewhere towards November end, we thought there is going to be a very huge disruption to sales. I think we are learning to cope with this problem, and so are the customers, so are the dealers. I think this is no longer a big worry, demonetization issue. What we will look forward to is what is going to happen on February 1 in the union budget, and second is GST rollout, third is exchange rate. These three variables and the commodities. So four variables are the ones to watch out before stating how the next summer season is going to be. So as far as Q3, Q4 is concerned, the impact is minor. That's my summary.
Right. Mr. Thiagarajan, let's talk about these four factors. You said budget is going to be important. Now, when it comes to indirect taxes, we already have a GST roadmap already there. What are your expectations of the budget that could impact the sales of the products you have, more so for the consumer segment? What could the budget hold? More money in the pockets of people, other incentives for housing? How could your business be affected? What would you be watching out for?
Two things basically. The very first thing is the sentiment, because for people to spend money or corporates to start hiring people, corporates to expand their business and begin investment cycle. Somewhere November, December, all investments, people started putting a hold and think twice and what is on the horizon. So therefore the sentiment is something which is very important, even for employment generation, that I want to grow this way, therefore I want to recruit people, and I want to give a salary increase to the people, what bonus will be paid. All these are determined by what the government budget is going to talk about as the direction. So the investment cycle can begin in a big way depending on what is in store. That is one thing I look forward to. Second thing is, of course, the specific incentives, agricultural sector, middle class, rural. If the money is going to be available to people for converting into a disposable income, obviously spending will happen and we will benefit. Imagine there is a great monsoon, so the people have made money. Demonetization was a dampening effect. The union budget can be a trigger to make people spend more, and some incentives along with that is the expectation, like you stated, or like all of us are looking forward to. So union budget is not about indirect taxes, sentiments and the disposable income related benefits that can be announced. Second is the GST part of it. Yes, we are reconciled to the fact that it will be 28%. I still do not know whether it is April 1 or July 1. It is more like July 1. In which case the summer season could be great. If the prices are going to be going up, people can prepone their purchases instead of waiting for the festival season, number one. Number two is raw material as well as finished goods lying in stocks. What kind of transition rules related impact will be there? Therefore, planning for the summer has become a challenge. I should run the summer in such a manner I do not carry so much of inventory beyond June 30th if July 1 is the implementation date. And July to September we should focus on getting the business going in the GST regime in a smooth way. There will be hiccups. I will not assume everything will be smooth. Both in terms of the CGST and the state GST and the service tax migration, there are going to be challenges. It is an ideal period to do the things and ensure that that effect is not carried forward beyond. Exchange rate is a major issue. US economy becoming stronger. Globally, many economies are trying to do better, and this morning we learned that even China has posted better numbers, and therefore there are many imported components. So In planning for the inventory or hedging, the exchange rate will become an important factor. So that is also a thing that I would keep watching out. On the whole, that this will be a follow-up question of yours. Perhaps what will FY18 look like? I am optimistic about FY18 again for the simple reason the penetration levels are lower and people want to buy air conditioners. The inherent demand is, latent demand is very high, both for air conditioners as well as our water purifiers business.
Right. Mr. Thiagarajan, what I wanted to understand from you, you've pointed out all these factors for us. So can then customers expect higher prices where you're passing on these increased costs, be it by way of higher taxes or increased commodity prices? And when are you looking at affecting, if any, price hikes? Would it be even before GST, because you're going to be running a tight inventory, and if there is a huge surge in demand, more than what you expect, then could there be higher prices? What are you factoring in?
I would be happy if I have the answer. On February 1 we will take stock of this. As soon as GST related clarity is there, we will take stock of this. My sense is prices will go up post GST. I think summer season we will be able to manage within the current costs. That is the hope I have got.
All right, Mr. Thiagarajan, thank you so much for speaking with us at NDTV Profit and giving us a view on what you're expecting, how the business will pan out next year with so many moving variables, which include the budget, the GST and increased commodity prices. So Blue Star confident that for FY17 at least, they will be able to do a growth of 25 to 27.5%. There's only been a very marginal impact of demonetization. We'll slip into a break. When we come back, we'll track the markets. Nifty is steadily headed towards 8100. We'll also get a view on what's happening in the fertilizer space. Stay with us.